So with the new update, you can upgrade Miyu to 5 stars, which is really great because she is a great hero to have. I mean, she's more, she does damage, but she's also more of a support hero as well. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that argue with that, but I will explain in this video why she's more of a like support hero than, more of a damage hero. Now, first of all, when I was playing the game, her damage did wane a little bit as the game went on. However, she does help debuff the enemy so your other party members can do more damage to the enemy. And then with the new stacking system coming out, with the new stacking system out, like let's say for example you have water resistance debuff on the enemy and you stack that 3 times, so their water resistance is going to be decreased by 60%. And then and then we're going to be thinking, oh, how can we increase the damage even more? Well, she does have abilities that I believe will increase that damage even further, and it'll be separate than the stacking system. So it'll be separate than the stacking system, which is really nice to have debuffs that are separate from that system with heroes that are easily available. Now her Valor chant right away, she's all about helping out the other party members. So a lot of people probably think, what is type resistance? Well, I believe that's everything. So if I'm playing the game, type resistance, when she uses this buff, it boosts your resistance against slashing, piercing, water, earth, wind, fire. From my experience, this is a well-rounded, versatile buff to have, so it's very awesome. Especially if it's, even if it's just one turn, it's a really nice little buff to have. And then she does have a lot of AoE, thankfully. One of them is Elemental Push. So she does lower the enemy's type resistance by 15% for 3 turns. And she does a lot of slash. I believe all of her attacks are slash attacks. And a lot of people think, oh, I got to compare this with Aldo, especially now, So Aldo, she was better than Aldo before this new update, but with the new update, Aldo is going to be, very good because he's going to be doing fire damage on all enemies with that one ability. However, you cannot compare Aldo and her because they both do completely different things. He's going to be more of an AoE fire attacker, but she's going to be more of a debuffer and increasing the damage of all the party members across the board because she's going to be lowering the enemy's type resistance by 15% or more, depending on which debuff you use. And she does have fire attacks, but they target single targets. So if she could do AoE fire attacks as well, she would be a great free hero. She would be a 10 out of 10 free hero, but since she focuses on debuffing the targets, I would say she's about like an 7, 8 out of 10. But if she could do both, I would definitely give her a 10. And then she does have an attack that lowers enemy's intelligence. So if the enemy is doing a lot of magic damage, then that can definitely be helpful. So it lowers it for 3 turns. And then it depends on your play style. So if you're taking a lot of magic damage and you want to reduce the enemy's intelligence, then go ahead. You're more than welcome to give that ability a go because it will definitely help your team survive. And then with the new this new ability, Princess Bloom, it does look like it's a fire attack. It focuses fire on one single target, and then it buffs your party's wind resistance. So if you're having difficulties against enemies that are doing a lot of wind damage, definitely use this. Yeah, definitely use this ability because it's going to increase the wind resistance of all party members by 30% for 4 turns, which is a long time. So yeah, I mean, go ahead, use that ability. It's going to help you out. And then this last ability, Petit Twinkle, is just an upgraded version of that slash ability I was talking about earlier that does slash AoE on all enemies and lowers the enemy's type resistance by 25% in this case. So I believe that's a lot. I mean, it definitely is going to increase the other party members, even her damage across the board. And then with the new stacking system, I believe, I know these are two separate things, but I believe that with this hero, with her abilities, and with that stacking system, then the enemy is going to be taking a lot of damage overall. I think it's going to be added to that current. It's going to be added to that current debuffing from the stacking. So yeah, I mean, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. If you have anything cool to add in the comments, just feel free to add that so other people can read it and, ask you questions even. And I will see you all next time.